Are you struggling to take your business to the next level? Do you want to learn proven strategies to rapidly increase your business potential? And are you ready to take your business to new heights and achieve your goals? Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Facebook Live event. And today we're going to be talking about Chat GPT boosting business potential rapidly. Now, I'm excited to be here with you today, and I have a guest speaker today. His name is Alex Macklin, and Alex will be sharing with you some valuable insights on how to rapidly grow your business potential. In this session, we will cover the most effective way to boost your business and reach new heights of success. Now, I'm Deborah Northcutt, your speaker support concierge. Welcome to the Sensational Speakers Lounge Show. I go live every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, our topic for today is Chat GPT, boosting business potential rapidly. Now, I'm excited to be here with you today. And like I said, I have a guest speaker, Alex Macklin, and he's going to share with you today some valuable insights on how to grow your business potential using Chat GPT. Now, I personally use ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is a lifesaver. I use it for so many different things, and you're going to get to learn to see how powerful ChatGPT is. Now, for those of you who are out there in the audience, let me know where you're watching from. Put your information in the comment box so we can connect with each other and network. Let me know what city and state that you're watching us from. I'd love to know. And share this live with your friends, fans, and any other speaker that needs to hear this message. Now, if you're watching the replay of this live, make sure you use the hashtag replay and leave your comments and messages in the comment box. I'll make sure that I circle back around and I'll answer your questions and your comments. So make sure you leave them in the comment box. And make sure that you share this Facebook Live. Share, 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 share. Now, I have a free gift for you, and it's a checklist of 24 support activities that I can do for you. Make sure you go to bit.ly/support activities. That's bit.ly/support activities for your free gift. Now, in this session, we will cover the most effective way to boost your business and reach new heights of success. And today, we're going to discuss the most effective strategies for scaling your business rapidly. How to leverage social media to reach a larger audience and increase your sales. Now, who doesn't want to increase their sales? Tips and tricks for optimizing and increasing conversions. Who's excited to hear about ChatGPT? Make sure you have pen and paper with you to take exclusive notes. Now, before I bring up my guest, let me read you his bio. Alexander Macklin is a retired Marine Corps veteran. He's a certified personal trainer and a world-class high-performance coach. He is a serial entrepreneur, a passive income creator, and a top 1% closer in the debt industry. Alexander started his entrepreneurial journey at 13, selling candy to his classmates at a premium. Smart man. He joined the Marines to contribute on a worldwide platform and created a volunteer program that coordinated over 1,500 hours of service to the Habitat for Humanity. After completing two tours in Afghanistan, Alexander had a hard time adjusting to being single and independent. He became a personal trainer and, inspired by Landmark Worldwide, became a powerful leader in the world. Alexander is in the top 1% of his industry in sales. He created a high ticket coaching community and mentored 10 people for free. He is currently creating additional sources of income while helping others achieve success. Now, on that note, let me bring Alex up to the stage. Welcome, Alex.
Hi.
Hi, how are you? Welcome. We're so glad. I am so glad that you decided to come and give us some information about Chat GPT.
Yeah, absolutely. So ChatGPT is truly revolutionary in terms of its capabilities. I
Mhm.
think a lot of people, I'm part of a lot of ChatGPT like Facebook groups, and I was part of an AI summit on ChatGPT a couple weeks ago, talking about the capabilities of it, and how it integrates into what you're already doing. For example, like I don't know if you know this, but you could integrate it into Google Docs, into Google Sheets as an extension.
Mhm.
You could put it into your web browser so you could access it on any website you want, into Facebook. Its integration capabilities is just so massive that you could use it literally in anywhere you are on the web. And for those who do like social media marketing or business building virtually like I do, it's an
Mhm.
amazing asset to have. I'm actually creating a YouTube channel right now, and I'm creating all the ideas for the channel, video ideas, even the content through the AI ChatGPT. And it does
Wow,
it all in seconds,
that's
and it's like
amazing.
top notch content. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's cool is like it's also malleable, meaning that it's not just like one interface, in the sense of like, it has a certain like language to it or a certain personality. Um, you could actually train it to be like you. Like for example, if you're someone who's very witty or comical or whatever, you could tell it to be that way and to publish content to you to sound like that. So you could actually program it to have a certain core like context of what you want the writing to sound like, whether it's like a lead, like a lead magnet, if you're trying to acquire clients, or you're doing like a blog post or a Facebook post, whatever you want to build, you can give it personality. Now, the cool thing you got to remember though with ChatGPT is it's a very localized system, meaning that if you guys use it, right, if you notice on the left side bar, I have it on my screen right now, it has like the chats, right, like the different threads. Every thread, right, will have what you've written before in that thread. So the trick is you create a new thread, you program it by telling it, hey, I want to create content for my YouTube channel, for like I have an insurance agency, right? So I want to create it for insurance agents, or I want to create it for people looking for insurance. And I want to sound like comical and witty in all of your responses, like that. And now every time I ask it for something, like I type in like, give me 5 articles on whatever, it'll output based on the personality and the parameters I just told it to do. And what's cool is you can create new chats for every kind of personality you have, or every kind of business you have, or niche you have, or whatever. And that's how you can stay organized in the ChatGPT like functionality and have it spit out content directly for you in your niche, in your business, in your personality. And I think that's like so cool because, if you hire someone like a virtual assistant, or you hire someone to do that for you, usually it's based on their personality, right? Like based on how they write. It's based on how they talk, how they whatever. But you have at your disposal this like, $1 billion soon technology that you could program to be and sound just like you, or whatever way you want to sound, and to create content just like that. And it's free. Like you could use it for free or pay $20, right, for a little more functionality, more reliability. But to me, that's like phenomenal. And I use it for everything. I'll give you some examples, right? Capabilities. I use it for creating YouTube videos, creating shorts, creating scripts for those videos, creating ideas for like, thumbnails or ideas for different titles of the videos, right? Different tags for the videos. Like I could do the entire, I don't have to hire anymore someone to do all those things. I could ask it how to do SEO for that kind of a video, like based on what it's on, or how to target a certain audience. Done. You could do all this, by the way, in like seconds. Within 5 minutes, I could do a whole video, like logistically, and I'm done. Boom. Send that off to one guy who does it all, like a video editor, and I'll take care of everything else, the SEO, the thumbnail, whatever, and I'm done. That's just an example of how, like with velocity, you can take care of these things with this artificial intelligence. So YouTube, I use it for my insurance agency. How? I use it to create like posting, like, I want to obviously build a brand, right? Who is this guy? Who is Alexander Macklin, right? So like if you go to my website, even alexandermacklin.com, the copy that's on there was written by ChatGPT. I actually told it what I wanted to say, the personality, the way I wanted to phrase it. And I just said, go. And everything, all those paragraphs were written by AI, just to give you an idea. And it sounds really intelligent, very intentional, really high value content. So I use it for insurance. I use it for lead generation. So I'm, how I acquire clients for my agency. I use it to develop the lead magnets, or like the Facebook post designed to have people engage so you could talk to them. I use it for that. Man, I use it for everything. If you integrate it into Google Docs, you could actually tell it to write something and it'll put it in the doc for you automatically. There's an integration into Facebook. So if I want to respond to a post, I could just copy the post, like press a button. The AI then pops up and I say, respond to it with like a very affirmative yes or something. And then it spits out a response. I copy and paste it into the reply and I'm done. You want to use it for email responses. Maybe you want like a virtual assistant to answer your emails. You could set it up with that. Like there's a huge world. Like you got to get like AI right now in the chatbot world, which is what ChatGPT is. It's a chatbot essentially, but like very sophisticatedly programmed. They're developing technology right now. So this is like the infancy of the AI world. I'm not sure if you all heard, but like Elon Musk, Steve Wozniak, one of the guys that built Apple with Steve Jobs, they're all signing this like thing now, this policy demanding that all these AI companies wait 6 months before they do any more advancements, because they're afraid of what happening. They're afraid of Skynet taking over the world, right? And getting rid of all of us. So it's really evolving really quickly. Like I use AI also for voice. There's a website called 11 Labs. Just Google 11 Labs, where they have a super realistic voice for free, where you type in whatever you want and it gives you the voice, like the voice, some guy will be reading it out loud, a guy or a woman, whatever. I'm using that for YouTube videos, for voiceovers. I'm using that for recruiting like videos for my insurance company, whatever you want. Like that's just the beginning. They're now doing AI with like lead generation. They have AI now with, like virtual assistant to call clients and follow up with them. Like there's integrations happening everywhere with everything you're doing right now that are being invented. And a lot of them have waiting lists because they're in beta. So I'll pause there, but I just want to create the world for you here. There is so much capability that honestly, if you're not using it in your business, you will fall behind all of your competitors because they're all using this and they're all going to be able to create 1,000 times more content than you, 1,000 times more videos than you are, because they're leveraging our AI and it never sleeps. They could use it whenever they want and it costs nothing. Mostly, you can't beat that. So that's pretty cool.
It is, Alex. I agree. Now, you're talking about virtual assistants. Do you think that AI, a ChatGPT, is going to eventually get rid of virtual assistants? They're not going to be needed anymore?
Yeah, great question. So here's the breakdown with that, right? The only thing AI can't do really is deliver its responses or content into like a deliverable, like into an end result, right? It can't do that yet. All it is now is input, export, like input, output. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But they are inventing what you're saying right now too with these integrations, where eventually you could, let's say you integrate ChatGPT into some kind of CRM or something. And now you say, develop this. And once you're done, workflow, but with a workflow, send it over here now. And all of a sudden now it can do everything that a virtual assistant does. It could write emails, it
Oh,
could formulate responses. Like, this is kind of what Elon Musk is talking about, is that it's
okay.
getting so advanced right now, it's taking over industries of jobs, like
Wow.
in massive, in bulk.
Mhm.
There was even an article that came out. It was like a list of like 22 jobs that it's already made obsolete. And
Oh,
that
my.
list is growing every day. And this is
Mhm.
part of the issue that these guys like Steve and Elon are saying is like, we have to control this now. Because if it gets out of control, one, it could put all of us out of work, but not
Yeah,
everyone, obviously. If you're an engineer, an AI can't do engineering, right? Rockets and things like that, obviously.
yeah.
But in terms of like virtual work, especially, yeah, it
Mhm.
could. I don't know. I hope not. But it has, I'm telling you, from what I could see, and I'm plugged into these communities a lot. So I'm always on like the real time, what's going on here.
Mhm.
It's getting to a point where it's growing capability wise, where honestly, even within a couple of years, if not less, it's going to be able to replace virtually almost every virtual job out there because
I
it'll all be done through AI.
I agree with you. I use ChatGPT myself and I know it can make tables. And I was amazed at the things, you can, the information that you feed it. I
Yeah.
forgot because I've signed up and I've attended some ChatGPT classes. And
Yeah.
that's why I know it's incredible and it's just mind blowing the things that it can do. But you have to know how to give it the correct prompt in order for it
Correct.
to do what you want it to do. And I'm
Yeah.
still learning how to give it the correct prompt to get what I need. But I've
Yeah.
done blog posts with it. Like you said, I've written scripts for YouTube. It's just,
Wow.
and I'm not a writer, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm not into that. So it's just a godsend for me. It's a godsend, and I see everyone is getting, not everyone, but there's a lot of people who are getting on this AI bandwagon, like Canva. You know, who else did I see? I can't remember. There was someone else that's working with AI. So I agree with you. It's amazing. It really is, and it has. Well, I also heard that Chat GPT. I don't know if that's the name, but it's been out here for a while, but we just were not aware of it. Is that true?
I don't know, honestly, but what I
Okay.
do know, I read about this, that Google created their own AI system. This is like a
Mhm.
year or two ago, like a while ago, but
Okay.
they never brought it into life. They never shared
Mm.
it. They never made it public.
Okay.
So now that ChatGPT came out, there was a lot of like crap to them, like, hey, why are we behind? Like what's going on? And if you were following the news articles, Google was like, freaking out. That's why they created their Bard, whatever their AI is, which I've used, by the way. It's okay, but it's
Hmm.
not nearly as good as ChatGPT, by the way, in terms of
Okay.
capabilities. But yeah, this technology is already invented. It's called chatbots. That's what it is. It has
Mhm.
a huge database, like millions, billions, trillions of data points it could pull from and create from. It's been out for a couple of years now,
Okay.
but when ChatGPT came out, it got obviously a lot of publicity, and that's what caused it to blow up really fast. But the
Hmm.
technology's been around for a few years now. I've known a lot of companies, like for example, Facebook has chatbots integrated. Like you could function with a chatbot by giving it certain give it questions, give it answers. It'll ask the client a question, give them a response back. So they've already kind of been around. A lot smaller capability though to what we're talking about here with ChatGPT, Bard, Google's AI, and other ones now. And I just want to piggyback off something you said because it's so brilliant, right? They designed this to be used by people that have zero programming and coding knowledge, which to me is like the brilliance of it, right? It's like
Yeah.
anybody can use this thing,
Yes.
which is awesome, and anybody could learn, right? And there's so many free classes out there. Like I was part of an AI summit 2 weeks ago. It was a free summit, and they had
Mhm.
some of like the more like amazing, impactful people right now in the AI industry doing talks about it, giving you tools, what's coming out in the future. Like I was there, like it was a really cool event,
Okay.
just to hear about it. And there's a lot more of those events going on. So
Mhm.
definitely like Google and YouTube, like AI, even type of like ChatGPT events. A lot of them are free. An event like Eventbrite probably has some.
Mhm.
Facebook, I think, is a great place to look because Facebook is really great right now for the AI. Like I'm in a lot of networks and Facebook groups. So just type in like, ChatGPT for the search on Facebook groups or, whatever. And the other thing I want to share with you is that what you said is, so the term that I coined here, I just made it up, but it makes sense
Mhm.
to me, is what I call so prompt engineering, by the way. Prompt engineer is a title. I didn't make that up, but that's a title given to someone that's actually like a professional that knows how to type in very specific, very intentional prompts or input into the ChatGPT to
Mhm.
get you a certain output. For example, this would be kind of like a VA or a virtual assistant, right? You would
Mhm.
hire them and say, hey, I want you to leverage the AI and develop all this content for me. So you're delegating all of it to them and they will do it all, right? They're very masterful. And then what I've learned since learning about this technology is what I call like prompt sequencing, which is you don't just type in one thing. So you type in like, I want, so this is, I'll give you an example. So you say like ChatGPT, I want you to act as, so you would say the word act. I
Uh-huh.
want you to act as like a personal trainer, a personal fitness personal trainer. I'm going to give you all this input of injuries. I'm going to give you, like whatever, like this, I'll actually give you a website that you can just copy and paste these capabilities from for free.
Uh-huh.
I use all the time. I'll actually put in the chat right now because I think
Okay.
everyone should know about this website. It's free. And you literally could just copy and paste the prompts and it's like phenomenal. Like there's one on there. I'm a certified personal trainer. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I've trained people in fitness and fat loss. There's a prompt on there that says act as a personal trainer. And what you do is you tell it information like this. Like this is what I said to it. I said, I'm a 36-year-old man. I had bad knees and I'm gluten intolerant and I want to lose 15 pounds of fat. So write me out a workout plan and a fitness plan over the next 6 months. Okay.
Wow.
By following the prompt, it'll actually tell you exactly how many days to work out, what
Mhm.
exercises to do that won't impact your knees. It'll factor that in too into the workout selection.
Okay.
It'll tell you what foods to eat that are gluten free. And I swear, this is like 30 seconds it took to do it. It was actually better than I could do it as a
Oh.
personal trainer. And I was like, wow, I could like quit
Mhm.
my day job, start my own coaching business online, which I'm doing, by the way, and just
Okay.
leverage the AI to give now, obviously, I'll tweak it if it's
Mhm.
inaccurate or
Mhm.
something, but it's like really accurate on the response. And I was like, all you do is just copy the prompt, which I'm going to give you
Uh-huh.
the website for in a second,
Okay.
paste it into ChatGPT, and then just type in like what you need from what you want it to generate. It's
Oh,
so simple.
man.
A 5-year-old kid could do it. Really, it's so simple.
Yeah.
So let me
I
give you the
need
website right
that.
now.
I
Yeah, this website is
need
like
that.
legit.
Okay.
It's like one of the best ones, and it's free, 100%
Mhm.
free that I've seen out there. Let me
Oh,
give it
and
to you right now.
Alex, can you also you were talking something about 11 apps for you were talking about voiceover? Was it
Yeah. Oh,
11
yeah, yeah, yeah.
labs?
I'm gonna give you that website right
Okay.
now. I use this thing
Okay.
every day. I'm actually using it
Okay.
right now for my insurance agency for like
Uh-huh.
videos and audio, and it's 100% free too. I think you could sign up to get higher access, but you could use it for free, and then you could download the audio clip from the website for free. And they have an app you could put on your phone, so you
Oh
could do
my
this really quickly. Like this is a great example. It's called 11labs.io. I'm gonna put
Oh,
the
okay.
link inside the chat so you all can get access to it. So I like sharing
Wonderful,
stuff for free,
wonderful.
essentially. There
Yeah.
it is. It's in the chat. So we
Okay,
have
great.
the website. I'll just say it out loud. It's called Prompts. So prompts
Mhm.
prompts dot
Mhm.
chat. CHAT, like a chat room. So
Okay.
prompts.chat. If you
Mhm.
go into it, I'm in it right now. There's like, I don't know, 100 of these prompts, and you just copy and paste them. So one's like, I'll read some examples off, like act as a travel guide, act as a storyteller, act as a
Ooh.
stand-up comedian. So you just copy and paste the prompt, and then you
Uh-huh.
change it to say, like the last line says, this is for the comedian one. It says, I want a humorous take on politics. So you would just change that to like, I don't know, like I want a comical or a witty take on whatever you want. And it'll
Okay.
just output exactly what you asked for. So you don't have to even think of how to type the prompts. You could just
Mhm.
copy and paste them. And the personal trainer one is at the bottom. There's also one that says act as a personal doctor. So I tried
Really?
that one and I said,
Okay.
I'm currently experiencing these symptoms and this is what's going on. Enter. And it's like, based on what you said, this is what I think you have. It's
Wow.
like better than a doctor. Not better, obviously. That's not what I said. But I mean, like, it's kind of cool because if you
Yeah.
want to self-diagnose yourself just to get like an
Mhm.
idea of maybe like what's going on in your body if you're sick, it's free. And it's
Mhm.
pulled from billions of data points. And by the way, it has access to PubMed, which is a medical journal as well as a lot of other ones because I've
Okay.
researched it on chat.
Okay.
So it actually is not pulling you like random websites. It's pulling from like legit journals, medical documents. Like you got to get like this thing is pulling from a lot of accurate resources. And you can even ask it for that. Like, hey,
Mhm.
give me 5 scholarly resources on whatever, gluten intolerance, fat loss, whatever you want. It'll
Mhm.
cite, I've done this before. It'll cite you like PubMed articles from wherever you want that are like legitimate.
Wow.
It's really cool. Yeah. Like, I just want you guys to all get and gals like the capabilities, because that's what really matters here. Who cares about what anything else? But the capabilities are endless and they're coming every day, brand new
They
ones.
are. Yes,
I even
they
have a
are.
Google alert set up to message me every morning with an email on new like AI technologies being invented. So I'm always on
Nice.
top of the stuff. It's just never ending and it's crazy powerful. And especially because we're talking about business stuff here, in the business world, especially if you're like a solo entrepreneur like I am.
Mhm.
By the way, I have like 4 or 5 businesses I'm doing, all virtual, but I could do that because they're all virtual for one. I have teams around the world that I built that manage a lot of them for me, so I don't really do a lot. But majority of the content creation right now, I have all of them on ChatGPT. I have all of them leveraging the AI, and I'm training them all how to use it. Give them things
Okay.
like the prompt.chat website. There's also ways you can integrate it, like I said, into Google Docs. I
Mhm.
have one right now on my Chrome extension that if I press Control M, it pops up the Chat GPT in a little window. And I type in whatever I
Ooh.
want and then go to
Uh-huh.
copy and paste it in like a second.
Wow. Yeah,
Crazy.
it's really fast. Now I know they have a free version and they have a paid version of
Yeah.
ChatGPT. I started out with the free version, but as we know, it gets busy. I can't remember
Very
what
busy.
time it is, and you're just locked out. You are locked out. You can't get into ChatGPT. So it's only $20 a month. I mean, it is so
It's
worth
nothing.
it to
Yeah.
pay and get the paid version, and then you can use it whenever you want to use it. And like Alex is saying, it's so powerful. I
Yeah.
mean, you will be so glad that that you signed up for ChatGPT. It will just make your life so much easier. I mean, really, really easy. I don't know who created ChatGPT. Who do you know who created it, Alex?
I know that it was funded by Elon Musk, actually, was one of
Okay.
the original investors in the company and,
Mhm.
and a couple other people. By the way, and this was like several years ago. Again, like this technology has been in the making for a while,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know this for a fact, but I guess like once they felt it was ready, they then just released it, unleashed it in the world, and people just shared it naturally because they're like, "Wow, this thing is amazing," and
Yeah,
just like it went viral really fast in like a
it
couple of
did.
days or something. Everyone knew about it.
It did.
And that's why I think I actually read a report like ChatGPT in terms of membership, like people
Mhm.
signing up for a free account, is the fastest growing to I think like 100 million or something in the
Wow.
of all time. Like of all
Mhm.
the social media, whatever social apps ever invented, it reached I forgot the number. It's 100 million or something in the shortest amount of time. That's how this is the most viral thing ever to be invented
It
on the
is.
web. Like that's how
It is.
phenomenal and powerful this software is. It's
Yep.
crazy.
Definitely. I agree with you 100%. Well, I see we have one person that has joined the live. Um, whoever's joined the live, I can't see your name. If you can put in the comments who you are, and if you have any questions, also put that in the comments for Alex, and he'd be happy to answer your questions.
Sure.
But is there anything else you'd like to share with us, Alex?
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. So do you have any certain like context you want me to speak from, like business building or just entrepreneurship or just in general, whatever you want?
Just in general, I mean, well, the name of it is ChatGPT
Yeah,
boosting your business potential rapidly. So maybe
perfect.
from the business
Yeah, of
side.
course. Yeah, so I already went over a little bit about how I leverage it for like I have a YouTube automation thing business that I'm
Mhm.
doing, right? So in terms of scripts and in terms of like writing titles and writing, the actual videos, I use it for that too. In terms of business, obviously content is king.
Right.
Now, by the way, I'm not saying that I have it do content and I just copy and paste it. No, like I obviously modify it, add my personality into it too. But it's a
Mhm.
great starting point because I can make like 100 videos in like 5 minutes. And then I'll
Wow.
go into those or have my team go into them and, add their little personality, whatever changes to it.
Yeah.
So it essentially like, here's the benefit here. It will greatly reduce the amount of time, like human personal time it'll take you to do things you've always normally done.
Mhm.
Like, it could take someone a couple months, let's say, to do 100 videos on a YouTube channel. I can now do it in like 5 minutes, at least the
Yeah.
framework, like the scripts, the content. It's crazy. And
Mhm.
then I delegate it to a team and they build a video and like within a day it's done. Like that. So you essentially are able to exponentialize your output,
Yeah.
your content, literally exponentially. That
Mhm.
alone is a game changer, especially when you're looking at if you're competing with like brick and mortar businesses that are very old school, traditional marketing, like flyers and a website. They're all going to get left behind, all of them,
Yeah.
because the virtual realm is really more so now because of the AI really going to take over. I was talking to a guy the other day. I was doing business coaching with him.
Mhm.
He lives in like, I don't forget, like randomly middle of nowhere. He has like a business where he does like what was it? Oh, like excavation, right? He does
Okay.
excavation. Very small town, brick and mortar, doesn't do anything really online at all. And
Mm.
he's struggling, right? Because he can't find enough clients, or even better, sorry, not better, but even alternately, he can't find enough people to work for him because it's a seasonal type of job. And I was like, listen, my friend, the problem with your business is you have a very small market because you're brick and mortar. There's only
Mhm.
1,600 people in his town. It's a very
Oh,
small market of customers.
yeah.
And people don't want to work with you because it's seasonal. Like, what else can you do in your business to make money? And I gave him some ideas, but I'm like, look, at the end of the day, you're always going to be constrained because of where you are geographically. Like, what did you ever think about going online and doing like
Mhm.
a virtual thing? And he wasn't about it. He didn't want to do it. And I was just like,
Mm.
okay, well, hey man, it's not for everyone. Like, no problem. I'm just putting, ideas out there. But again, he's at a huge disadvantage now because there are people that could be doing what he's doing, but virtually through
Mhm.
marketing, through like Facebook ads, whatever, that are going to reach the whole country. And they could do like affiliate marketing or sales, whatever, in excavation that this guy can do. So what I'm foreseeing is these brick and mortars, especially small businesses, are going to get left behind in the dust if they don't get on board with this technology because everyone else is going to be outputting a million times more content, production, whatever than they are. Like there's just no way you can keep up with that when you're, AI versus one person. It's just not possible. So I really, if I had a message at all, it said if you're not using this technology, you're not doing this stuff virtually, like you need to. And I never really say that word ever, but you really need to because if you don't, or hire someone that'll do it for you, like somehow get involved because if
Right.
you don't, you will get left behind and your business will suffer. All your competitors are going to skyrocket and everything they're doing. You're like, how? Why? This is why. So you
Mhm.
have to hop on board in some kind of capacity, and it's not hard to do. Even
No.
get an intern. Go to colleges, get an intern for free, do it for you.
Exactly.
Whatever you want,
Exactly.
but like get involved somehow because I promise you, you will be left behind.
Definitely, definitely. Well, did you suggest to that business person to get an intern to help him out, seeing that he was so adamant about not wanting to do it?
Well, fortunately, I had some other ideas that he liked actually. So I offered him a couple ideas. I said, "Here's one thing you can do, because you live in a small town and there's a lot of small towns around you. You ever think of franchising?" He's like, "What do you mean?"
Mm.
I'm like, "What if you could like optimize your business, put it into a box, like write the SOPs, the standard operating procedures, systematize everything, and then go to other towns and sell the business to them as a franchisee? You're now the franchise." And
Mhm.
you offer them support, you help build their businesses like that. That's one idea. And then you could also become an affiliate of all the equipment they would buy, and you get a piece of that action too.
Yeah.
So I was developing, and he liked that idea a lot because this way he's still doing what he likes, but now he's
Mhm.
expanding. Whereas
Right.
right now in his town, he's limited to just his town.
Mhm.
Now he's looking outwards at the surrounding towns.
Yeah.
So he liked that idea a lot. And then I also told him, hey, what if you found a way to fill in the other seasons of the year to employ people? So what else can you do besides, this? He's like, well, I can also do landscaping in the summer. I'm like, perfect. What
Right.
else can you do? He's like, during the winter, I do snow plowing. I'm like, great. So like find something for every season. So
Yeah.
this way you can employ people all year around. And even
Mhm.
better, you're now going to be offering to train them skill sets
Yeah.
in all four that are very useful for them, skillful for
Mhm.
them. This way you can hire people all year around. You have businesses employing them all the time. So you have now 4 different income streams. And you could also do the franchise on the side. So I created that
Mhm.
with him, and he's like, I like that a lot. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get to work on that. I was like, cool, man.
Yeah.
So, at the same time, I do a lot of consulting as well. And I've realized that, I may think I know what's better for people, but who the hell am I to talk about you? So I just give ideas, and I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, you pick what works for you, what you like, and hey, go at it, man. Like go kill it. Let me know if you need. Let me know if you have any questions about it.
That was great advice. That was real great advice. And had 4 streams of income and then be an affiliate? Oh, that
Yeah,
is
well,
great
we'll have
advice.
4 streams from the 4 businesses, and then have the franchise one and the
Yeah.
affiliate one. That's 6
Oh,
right there. He would have.
right, right.
Yeah,
6 streams of
pretty cool.
income. Yeah, that is very, very cool. I like that. I could do that myself. Now, is there anything else that you would like to tell us before I end the show? I see I have, before you say anything, I see I have 2 other guests that have joined the live. Um,
Cool.
please put your name in the comment box because I cannot see your name if you have not given me permission in StreamYard for me to see it. And if you have any questions for Alex, please put that in the comment box too, and Alex will be more than happy to answer your questions.
Please. Yeah,
You know?
anything business related. I also build passive income companies. So if you have a business, I could tell you how to make it passive within 3 to 6 months. If I ask you maybe 5 questions about your business, I could teach you how to scale it. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
very resourceful. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have multiple businesses. They're all mostly passive at this point. So yeah, whatever you guys have, or gals, please ask me.
Well, I guess so. If you were selling candy at 13 at a premium price to kids, I read that. I'm like, oh, that is so smart. That is really smart. That's something that
Yeah,
I was doing when I was a kid myself. But
there
yeah,
you
but
go.
you're right. Chat GPT, I mean, it's just the beginning, and who knows what it's going to be like in the future. And I hope, I'm just hoping it doesn't eliminate a lot of people's jobs, but it's a possibility. If you think about it, it's a possibility.
Yeah. I was watching, you remind me of something. I was watching this movie the other day. I can't think of what it was called, but maybe you know. It was about a bunch of women that worked with NASA, like back in the day.
Oh, it's
You know what I'm talking about? I can't
what's
think
it
of the
called?
name.
I have the DV I have the,
Yep.
DVD in the room. It's called, Hidden Figures.
Yes, Hidden Figures. Thank you.
Yeah, mhm.
Um, oh man, I just had an idea I was going to talk about that movie. Um, But anyway, oh yeah, I remember now. So in the movie, one of the actresses, I forgot her name. She was like the manager of all the other women, in that
Yes.
room. See,
Mhm.
I'm gonna tell you what she did, and that's relevant to what we're talking about here. I'll connect it back.
Okay.
So what this woman figured out is that IBM, right? This is when IBM, it was a huge computing company back in the day. Not really
Right.
anymore as much because
Mhm.
it's not as big as Google, let's say, or Apple. But she knew. So when she saw the IBM computers coming into NASA, right, she was afraid. She already foresaw that these computers would take over her jobs because they were doing
Right.
like data input and things like that, which is
Mhm.
what computers could do millions of times faster than human beings. So she saw that this would eliminate her job. And instead of being afraid about it or fearful or complaining, she took it upon herself to learn how to use the IBM systems
Yeah.
without permission. So like
She
every
did.
night, right, she would go in there and teach herself how to do it. And at
Mhm.
the end of the movie, they eventually find out what she's doing, and she leaves. And now you have all these like dudes trying to figure it out, and they contact her and she's like, "Oh, it's so simple. Let me show you." So they eventually hire her, and she's like, "Look, I'm only going to work here if I could bring all of my ladies with me." So she
Right.
brings her entire team. It's like 100 women with her to
Uh-huh.
run these machines, and it's brilliant. And what I learned is like, if you're not, so what I'm saying is my point here is that she saw what was coming.
Yeah.
She saw the capabilities of the future. And
Mhm.
instead of being afraid of it, she embraced it.
She did.
So, and what you just said, right? What I would recommend, just my recommendation, if you have a job like a virtual assistant and you're afraid for your job, don't fear AI, embrace it. Like be
Right.
able to leverage it so you could even use it in a way that business owners would want you to use it for. Again,
Mhm.
because they may be someone who doesn't want to use AI. And you're like, hey, you hire me. I'm a prompt engineer expert. I'll be able to get you whatever you want and any style you want. Like I know it all. That's a valuable skill to have. Kind of like how that lady was in the movie. She knew how to use the computer.
Yeah.
If you learn how to master, and there's a lot of classes for free, like
Mhm.
using prompts.chat also to teach you, I'm telling you, this will, and it's already happening, by the way. A company already put a job offer for a prompt engineer. Like this is already happening. If
Hmm.
you could market yourself as like an expert in prompt engineering as a virtual assistant, like on Indeed or Monster, whatever, people are going to be looking for you because they want to leverage. Again, they want that competitive advantage. They want
Right,
to have that exponential output. They will hire you because why? Then they don't have to do it. I'm
right.
running multiple businesses. Do you think I want to spend my time typing? No, I'd rather hire you to do it for me, to make me
Exactly.
100x of what I'm paying you, right? Because let's say it costs me $10 an hour, but I'm making a 10 grand an hour off of what you're outputting for me. It's a
Hmm.
great investment. It's a great
It
ROI.
is. It is.
So, right. And as a business owner, you don't want to do all the work because here's something I heard that is so relevant here, right? If you want to be able to scale your business, like grow it massively, you have to be spending majority of your time on the business, on growing it, on
Right,
scaling it, on partnerships,
right.
as opposed to in the business doing all the data entry, the input stuff,
Yep.
stuff that you can delegate out, give
Yes.
to other people to do.
Yep.
That's why before when I said I have teams around the world, I really meant that. I have teams that do all these in those stuff for me so I
Hmm.
can focus on the big picture. I can focus
Exactly.
on the scaling, the building, the part.
Yes.
Like I do a lot of partnerships because
Uh-huh.
that's also how you scale. You create partnerships with people. So remember, this is like the secret. I swear, I've learned this secret. You want most people, probably even you, are spending too much time doing in the business, the
Yep.
day to day. The like stop that because if you has all your time and attention doing that, how is it even possible you could think big and scale when all your
Yeah.
attention is on doing?
Right. You
Not
cannot. You
possible.
cannot.
So the trick here, now you can get out of it though by this. You now want to, here's what you do. You maybe write like an SOP. You write out exactly what you're doing, how to do it.
Hmm.
Then you hire someone. By the way, you can hire people from like Indonesia for like $5 an hour. VAs, really cheap. You
Right.
hire them, you tell them, teach them how to do what you're doing, and then let them do it. And then obviously
Yes.
when they're done, you double check their work, obviously make sure everything is good.
Hmm.
But now you have free time. Now you can focus on the big picture business. Now that I have all the minutia stuff, the stuff taken care of, now I'm going to focus on building partnerships. I'm going to focus on scaling. I'm going to focus on getting more technology to automate, like a CRM. And
Right.
see, you can't even think about those things if you're like this, or you're like tunnel vision on,
Yep.
oh, I have to get these reports done today. You can
So
leverage that to
true.
ChatGPT to maybe do some analysis for you or whatever, or hire a VA.
Yep.
So again, this is it. You want to get out of being in the business. And now, this is only if you want to scale, of course, and make it more of a passive income business. This is how you
Hmm.
do it. You have to get out of in being in the business, delegate that to technology, to automation, or delegate through VAs. And you want to step outside, and now you want to look at growth and
Yes.
scale. So you
Yes.
want to be working on the business is the term here. You want to
Hmm.
be someone who's working on the business, not in the business.
Right.
If you're in it, then get out of it. How? Automate, delegate, technology, people. That's how you
Right.
do it.
That's how you do it. But there are so many people who are stuck in the administrative tasks of their
Yes,
business. And the reason why they're stuck in those administrative tasks, Alex, I find that they don't trust people to do the work for them.
that's it.
It's like it's their baby. And I understand it's your baby,
Yeah,
but they just, it's like they just have it so tight, and it's like
yeah,
only I can do it. No one can do it better than me. And you got to get out of that mindset. Yes, there are people that can do it
yeah,
better than you. There are people who can do it faster than you, and ChatGPT is one of them. And you just got, like I said, you got to get in that mindset of, hey, I'm the business owner. I need to be working on my business, not in my business, not being bogged down with all these social media posts and and answering emails and whatever else
yeah.
and posting pictures and making graphics and everything that's
Mhm.
just a time waster.
Yeah.
And trust me, I've been there. It's a time waster. No, you
We
gotta
all have.
trust other. Yeah, you
Yeah,
have to trust someone else to do that for you. You shouldn't be doing that as a business owner.
yeah, yeah. And
Yes.
just, do you mind if I say something really like direct
Sure. Go
to the
ahead.
audience? Yeah. So I'm a very honest guy in
Mhm.
general. That's why I'm very effective at everything I do because I don't BS anybody. I'm very straight to the point, honest.
Okay.
Here's the reality of it. And this is for you if you're that person that she just mentioned who's like, I have to do everything, it has to be
Yeah.
done my way.
Mhm.
Um, what the reality now of your business in the future, and this is your future, whether you agree with me or not, this is what's going to happen because this is how you designed it.
Mhm.
You will never be able to scale that business ever. You're
Right.
never going to be able to step out of it. So I hope you enjoy working 16-hour days because you'll be doing that till you die.
Oh, yeah. And you
Seriously.
will be burnt out. You'll be burnt out,
Yeah.
you'll be stressed out, you'll be everything.
Super stressed, burnt
Yeah.
out, and then look at like the life work balance. Like you're gonna have no time to spend with your family.
Nope.
Do you ever
None.
want to have children? That's not gonna
Mhm.
happen.
Nope.
Like
Sure
all
isn't.
these kind of balances, I'm telling you, because I've been there too, they don't exist when you're in it all the way. So now some people like doing the work, right? They like being in the minutia, they're single, they don't have any of the responsibilities. So that's great for them. If
Mhm.
you have like a small little thing going on, like a small little company or firm. But if
Right.
you're someone thinking big, like you're thinking like, I want to scale, I want to make millions, billions one day, I want to help a lot of people, work with a lot of people. I'm telling you, it's not possible if you're someone who, like she said, is not trusting, not willing to give up, give away responsibilities and tasks. And honestly,
Mhm.
trust me, I get it. It is hard, especially when you spend a lot of your time, right? A lot of your money
Yeah.
on building something. But here's the thing though, it's great what you have, but it's never going to be extraordinary if it's
No.
only ever going to be you because
No.
you only have 24 hours a day, right?
True.
That's it. And that means you have no life, no fun,
Exactly.
no traveling.
Right.
See, here's the power. I'm going to illustrate this really well. Here's the power of automation delegation, right? Technology and people is that this is like the logic to it. You
Mhm.
only have 24 hours a day, right? Right now, I'm building an insurance agency that I'm scaling to 1,000 agents by the end of the year, right? And that's a very grandiose thing to say, but I already have, partnerships, a lot. I already have systems, companies I'm
Mhm.
building to support that, right? To make sure that
Mhm.
actually happens. So this is actually happening, not just a good idea. But part of this is like now, while I'm doing that right now, here is how I'm going to do it: is I'm leveraging, right, which is a good thing. That means I'm utilizing, taking advantage of, paying. I'm making other people money to help me, right? I'm
Mhm.
leveraging technology and people to help me get there. Here's why this is so effective to grow. Because now Alex Macklin only has 24 hours a day. But if I have 1,000 agents that are working with me,
Yeah.
right? Take 24 times it by 1,000. That's what, 24,000 hours a
Yes.
day.
Yes.
I'm now working to
Yep.
make money and to help people with their life insurance, to help them be
Mhm.
protected in case some, like you get to exponentialize your
Yeah.
output, your
Ex
production exponentially, like
Yes.
crazy light away amounts
Yep.
when you automate and delegate. That alone should sell people to do this because you're one person with one day.
Mhm.
Every time you delegate something out, you're now adding more time up to produce in that same day. 1,000 people, I now have 24,000 production hours per day.
Right.
I get 1,000,000 people, I don't know how many there is, like, millions of hours a day. Like, think about it logically. That's what's really happening.
Yeah. That's
So, part of the framework, by the way, of building a passive income company is that every part of it has to, not you want to, no, it has to be
Mhm.
automated or delegated out, period. Every part
Right.
of the business. And once you do that, you could then step out of the business and everything will run on its own.
Yep.
Everything's integrated. And then maybe you have a business manager who oversees everything. But even
Mhm.
he's responsible. You trust him, you pay him whatever. And by the way, here's a cool thing. The best way to run a passive income business is that you have no employees. Everyone's paid on
Mm.
commission. Everybody,
Okay.
even
Okay.
me, even
Uh-huh.
me. And
Okay.
we do that. Why? So everyone is based on performance. Everyone now could work as hard as they want because that's how much money they'll make. It's no longer
Mhm.
on me. I'm like,
Mhm.
here, make as much money as you want. It's on you because the more stuff you sell, the more commission you get, the more money you make, the more money I make. Everyone's happy. And
Mhm.
what's cool about creating a business like that is that there's no ceiling of income,
Right.
right?
Exactly.
Like I'm starting a coaching business this year in personal training because I'm also
Mhm.
a personal certified personal trainer. I'm
Mhm.
going to be selling packages, I don't know, 25, 5 grand because I'm very good at what I do in training.
Okay.
And I'm going to hire a closer, right? A salesman to sell for me because I'm delegating it out, right? I'll have the package. I'll do all the back work. I'll give
Mhm.
it to him. I'll be like, hey, Every time you sell me a package, I'll give you 30% commission. So if I'm doing a $5,000 package, how much is he making per sale?
About
$1,500. Yeah,
okay.
1,500 bucks per sale. That's on
Wow.
one. One.
Wow.
If he sells, let's even say like 5 a week, so one
Uh-huh.
a day, he's making $7,500 a week. A
Wow.
week. That's like $30,000 a month by doing 5 sales a week. That's
That's
one
nothing to
single
cough
day.
at. That is nothing to sneeze at, as they say. That's not bad
Nothing.
at all.
You
That is
know?
not bad.
And again, he's my sales team. I don't have to worry about
Mhm.
sales anymore. Like I'll even create for him a lead gen company to get him his leads. Like I could automate everything. And then
Mm.
I could do something else, like be on this podcast with you right now and not have to worry
Exactly.
about it. And I mean, look at me. Like, do I look like, am I a stressed person to you right now doing all these things?
No.
No.
No,
Because
not
why?
at all.
Because I have everything teams. I have automation. I delegate things out. I have built an infrastructure that takes care of everything. All
Mhm.
I do is manage it. But I'm on the outside. I'm working
Mhm.
on my I call it my empire. I jokingly
Okay.
call it the Star Wars brother, my empire, But I'm always working on the empire. I'm working on building the businesses, the partnerships. I'm always looking for a new technology to make it faster,
Mhm.
cleaner, more efficient all the time. I do a lot of calls, like when I'm not working, of course, on the weekends with
Mhm.
other companies, seeing like what CRM do they have? What capabilities do they have that I don't have that I want? And I'm always
Mhm.
integrating. I'm always optimizing. That's what I do because that's what I
Okay.
should be doing to
Mhm.
scale and
Mhm.
optimize. I
You're
shouldn't
right.
be in the minutia, the crap, like the small stuff because I'm not wasting my talents also.
Yeah.
You see, if you're a visionary, if you're like a really smart entrepreneur and you see the vision, you know how to get there, then you want to be focusing on that stuff. You don't
Right.
want to be focusing on the small stuff because then you're limiting your potential. You're limiting what the business could turn into.
Exactly. Exactly, exactly. Preach, Alan. You are telling Alex, you are telling the truth. That is so, so true. And more people need to get that, that they need to get themselves out of their business and automate and pass off this little administrative, as I say, you said it in a different way, but
Yeah,
administrative stuff that you're doing, you don't need to do that. And you don't need to be bogged down on the weekends, working every Saturday,
yeah,
every Sunday. You don't get a break. You're up to 12 o'clock at night. You're not getting in
yeah,
enough rest. And yeah, it shouldn't be that hard. You shouldn't be tied down like that in your business.
yeah. Yeah,
So
well,
yeah, I
the thing is honestly like the biggest problem I see with that and why that happens so much is just because
mhm,
of education.
yes.
Like I talk to a lot of people who have no idea what business credit is.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, and these are entrepreneurs, and I'm like, wait, so you believe that you have to get your personal credit in order, or whatever, to get loans and credit for your business? They're like, yeah.
Mhm,
I'm like, oh, that's interesting. You ever
mhm,
hear of something called business credit? They're like, no. I'm like, let me tell you about it. Imagine you having another human being who is your business that has his own credit report, his own credit score, his own whatever, and he does his own loans, his own credit cards, and he has no relationship at all to you. So your credit score could be a 200 for all you want, but if your
mhm.
business credit's a 700, your business will always be fine and taken care of. Imagine
There
that.
you go.
And they're like, wow, that's cool. I'm like, yeah. So I've learned that mostly, and think about it logically, right? School systems don't teach this stuff. They don't
No,
teach you about business
no,
credit,
they
how to be
don't.
an entrepreneur, no, because they don't care about
Mhm.
that, right? They're teaching you to be what they say a successful American to contribute to society, right? You'll do
Yes.
whatever you want from there. Teaching you basic skills, math, right?
Mhm.
Right, math, English, all the good stuff. But what I've learned though, and by the way, my insurance company, we're actually creating. I already had the channel created. We actually created our own YouTube channel, and I'm starting to build content for it right now with ChatGPT
Okay.
on educating people on financial literacy. And I don't mean
Mm.
like the same crap everyone else does, like real stuff that's important, like
Yeah.
like why life insurance is valuable, how to leverage it for tax-free retirement, how to
Mhm.
leverage it for paying off your mortgage when you get older in case you get hurt. Like what,
Yeah.
like I'm a very strategic thinker. So I
Uh-huh.
always look at, if you listen to the way I talk, I always look at capabilities, systems, processes, because I've learned that those things actually will make you money,
Yes.
not the thing itself.
Yes.
Selling insurance will not make me money. But if I
Mhm.
have a strategy on how to leverage my company and what we do to make money, that's how I'm going to make money. So if I could pass that wisdom on to you all as well, listen,
Mhm.
it's never what you're doing that makes money because everyone's doing what you're doing, obviously. You got to
Mhm.
have an edge, some kind of competitive advantage. What is that? System, strategy, process. That's it.
There you
For
go.
example, you may have to create one on your own. You may
Mhm.
have to buy one from someone else, or just get a mentor to
Mhm.
teach you their strategy, right? Their strategy, their process.
Right.
I've done all three personally. I've had
Okay.
mentors. I bought it. I've thought of it. So
Mhm.
there's no there's no shame here. Like if you don't know, no problem. No one does. Why do you think I have a career in all these things? Because people
Right.
don't know. So that's so I'm doing that as like a public service, honestly.
Mhm.
That I feel
Mhm.
everyone should know things like insurance. I'm also going to create a channel for business building. I'll create a YouTube channel for that on how to create a passive income business from scratch, how to transform your business into a passive income one within 6 to 12
Mm.
months. I could
Wow.
do that too. Because
Oh my
again, it's not
God.
hard. You just got to know the system. You got to know the strategy, how to construct it, how to delegate, automate things out. Like there's a whole strategy here that I would teach you. I would show you, right, if we talked
Mhm.
about it.
Mhm.
And yeah, and by the way, you'll have access to my website. It's just alexandermacklin.com. If you go on there, I have a button that says like contact me or schedule whatever. That
Mhm.
goes right to my Calendly. So you can schedule an appointment with me for free. It's like 15 minutes long. We'll have a conversation, see if we're a good fit, see if I can provide value to. And if I can, great. We'll set up something, some kind of relationship to make that happen. And if
Mhm.
not, I promise you get something of value out of it. So why not, right?
Well, you are just so full of information and great information at that. And I really appreciate you coming on my show today. But it's about an hour since we've been on, and I'm going to have to end this pretty soon.
Yeah.
So, Alex, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for all the information, the great information that you have given us today. And how can people stay in contact with you?
Yeah. So the simplest way, like I just said, is go to my website. It's just Alexander. So Alexander. Macklin. It's also on the screen. Macklin.com. That's actually like my coaching because I do high performance coaching as well. And on there, there'll be like buttons to click that says like contact me now or something like that. Click
Hmm.
on one of those buttons. It'll go right to my Calendly. It's a calendar. It's a scheduling software. You'll pick whatever day and time works for you. We'll schedule a 15-minute call. And if you want some coaching or you want some consulting, like whatever you want, we can talk about it. And if it's a good fit, we'll work together. And if
Sounds
not, at least I'll give you some great information.
Sounds good, Alex. Sounds really good. I'm
Cool.
going to copy down. Well, I'm trying to do this right now so I can put
Okay.
it in the chat where people can, because you put some great information in here for people. Um, Let me get your website. I'm going to copy everything down so people can have it. I didn't want to, you know what? I will do that after this is over. I'm going to put it in the chat because it's copying all the
No problem.
timestamps and everything, and I don't want to put
Gotcha.
that in there.
Yeah.
So
No
let me
problem.
let me try it this way because I
Okay.
definitely want people to have your information to get in contact with you.
Yeah,
Let me
please
just
reach
do it
out to me.
one at a time.
I'm pretty available. Like
Oops.
there you go. Cool.
Okay, I see one, and let me copy this one.
And I have my calendar open for the whole month, like 30 days in advance, because I get booked up pretty fast. So I'm
Mhm.
sure you'll find a time available for sure if you guys want
Okay.
to chat. Yeah.
Oh, I think
What
I
do you got
put
to lose? If anything, you just tell me your business and I'll be like, great, what do you want to do with it? You want to scale
exactly.
it? You want to create a passive income business out of it? Like whatever you want, and I'll tell you how to do it. And that's what I do.
And guys, you should make sure that you get in contact with Alex. He has so much great information here that he has told us about ChatGPT and about his business also. And he is a personal trainer. If you're if you're looking to get fit, he's also a personal trainer. And also you are a serial entrepreneur. And
Mhm.
like I said, he is definitely a good person, a great person to get in contact with. So I'm putting all your information. Let me know if I have everything in the comments, Alex. I think I
Yeah, and then
do.
also if you want to include the prompts.chat and the 11 labs for the artificial intelligence voice for them, that could be
I
great too if you want.
okay. I just copied it. Maybe I put it back in the
Yeah, I just see my Facebook page and my
Oh, that's
website so
it?
far. Yeah,
Okay, let me put this in here.
cool. All right. By the way, I do have to go. It's 12:01 my time.
No problem, no problem. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
coming on,
It was
Alex.
fun.
I really
Thank you.
appreciate you coming. So you have a wonderful day.
You too.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.
Take care, everyone. Thank
Bye-bye.
you for your time. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Bye-bye.